This video is brought to you by HLT Software Solutions, a research and development as well as IT training company.
Hi everyone, welcome to the session. In the previous session, we have discussed about the Google Sheets. So today in this session, we are going to discuss about the Google Documents. Right? So these are all the products or the apps that has been released by the Google itself. So before going to the session, I just want you to know what are all the topics that we are going to discuss in the session 2, that is Google Document. So let us have a look on the screen. You can see. So I'm going to discuss about what is a Google document or the definition of the Google document, or before going to that, introduction to the Google document and how Google document works, menu bar, toolbar. That means how the tools are going to help to the user and how the tools can be useful for the users according to the requirements, and the last topic, that is the uses of the Google documents. So let's get into the topic that we are going to discuss today. So before going to the topic, I just want you to show how the Google document looks like. So you can see it is a view of the Google document page or the document screen. This is how the document looks like. Understood the view? I mean, you can see, right, the clear view of the Google documents. So let's get into the topic. What is a Google document, or what is the definition of the Google document? So before going to the definition of the Google document, I just want you guys to know what is the term indicate or the term meant by the document. Right? So I consider a document as a written piece of matter, or it's a piece of matter that consists some information, isn't it? That means a document is nothing but it's a piece of matter which has some information, some related information, or some information regarding the data, right? So this is about what is a document. So coming to the definition of the Google documents, what is meant by Google document? So a Google document is a web-based application in which we can create, we can edit, and we can store the data or the documents. So generally, according to the definition, in the Google documents, we can create several number of documents where you can create, edit, and you can even store the data and the documents of the user who is using that particular application. right? And I will consider the Google document is not only a web-based application, but also a powerful real-time collaboration tool. It is not only a collaboration tool, but it is also a document authorization tool because it provides the security. That means the user can allow the permissions, then only the other person can able to access the document. Otherwise, there is no accessing by the other person or the third party or the second party itself. Understood? So, and one more thing is that it allows multiple users to work in the single sheet at same point of time. That means if I was working, so another 2 or 3 more persons can able to work on the same document, and he can or they can able to see my changes. That is what the changes that I was going to do in the document, they can able to view simultaneously, right? So this is about the definition of the Google document. So after the definition, I just want you to know who has developed, when it has been released, and which OS has support to the Google document. So generally, the name itself indicates Google document. So as I told you, Google released a bunch of apps or a pack of applications. So Google Documents is one of the applications that has been developed by the Google and has been released. The initial release that happens is in March 9th, 2006. So the operating systems such as Windows, Android, iOS, BlackBerry, so all these operating systems supports the Google Documents, right? So these are all the Google documentation introduction, right? Understood? So coming to the one more point, that is not only Google is the developer, but also the name or the developer called Extensys is one of the developer who is part or who has developed the Google document. And one more thing is that it has been developed by using the Java and the Java scripting languages. That means the developer has used the Java and the JavaScript to develop Google documents, right? So this is all about the introduction and the definition and the history of the Google documents, right? So now our next topic is like how the Google document works, the menu bar, the toolbar, how the tools are going to operational, like I can say how the tools are going to be operated. So let's see, before going to that, as a beginner, you just want to know how you can create new Google documents and how you are going to open the Google documents. So let's see, I'll show you. So just go to the web browser and just click here Google Documents. You can see here Google Docs. So just click on the Google Docs. And if you click here, you can see the plus button. And if you click on the plus button, new Google Sheet will be opened. That is, new Google document will be opened. And one more thing is that, as we know, all will be signed into our laptops or mobiles. That is, we are logging to the Gmail account, right? So we can see there are dots icons where you can see all the apps that has been produced by or developed by the Google. So you can see here, and you just click on the documents, Google document. This is a main phase or the main menu phase of the Google documents. You just go to the plus button and click on the plus button, and you can see the Google documents has been opened, isn't it? So this is how we are going to open the Google documents in two different ways. Understood? Yes. See, so this is the Google document and how we are going to open. So firstly, before going to that, we need to know how you are going to name the document, how you are going to save the document. So you just go to the untitled document, click here and click on give some name. I'm giving session 1. So you can see here saving, save to the drive. That means what we are giving any name or some data, it has been automatically saved. That means this Google document has a auto saving feature. Okay, by this feature we are saving the time. No need to go to the save button, no need to click on it, and no need to save, right? This is very easiest method, that is auto save, so that what are the data that we are going to type will be automatically updated or automatically saved. So that is how we are going to give the name and to save the data. So I'm giving, so generally we can see data science is one of the trending technology. So you can see save to the drive. That means when automatically we are entering the data has been saved automatically, right? So that is about how the data is going to be saved in the Google documents, and how we are going to name the document. And if you want to rename the document also, if you just go on, you can see rename, right? You just click here, and what you want to change, you can change or rename the document. Okay, so you can see, observe, there are 3 icons present here. So those are like star. That is, if you click on the star, it will turns into yellow color. That means this is considered a very important document. So as you see in Gmail or something, if you mention or if you click on the star button, it will be displaying by default. That means like it shows you that it is a very important document. So the indication is nothing but it's an important document to remember very easily by the user, right? So next one is move. That means if you want to move the document that you are going to work to any other location, by clicking on that icon you can move. So see, I was clicking on the move icon, and so I want to move this folder or move this document to the resumes folder. I am just clicking on the resumes and I am just clicking on the move. You can see session 12 has been moved from drive to resumes. Understood? So that means we are moving this certain document to another folder. So this is how we are going to move the documents. And coming to the next one, that is status. See document status. If you click on that, you can see all changes saved to the drive. That means all the changes happening in the drive will be saved automatically. And as I told you, it's an online web-based application, right? So it is clearly mentioning that this document is not for offline use. That means if you don't have proper internet connectivity, this document cannot be used by you or by the user, right? Next one. So these are the three icons and how to name and rename the things. And coming to the menu bar, that is, this is the menu bar. In the menu bar, we consist of files, edit, view, insert, format, tools, add-ons, help. And one more thing is that the main thing is that the user should remember when we have edited the data or when we have worked on the document. So it will show you the time when the user has worked for the last time in the document. So you can see I have edited 4 minutes ago. So it's showing the time when you have edited lastly. Last edit was 4 minutes ago. That means the history will be shown here in the format of the time. Okay. So coming to the file, you just click on the file and just click on the save, that is share button. You just click on the share. That means if you want to share the document, you can share. So I was sharing to some person. Type that person. If you want to add any message, you can add. That is hi editor. So here another option is that you can give permissions. That means you are giving protection to the document. Okay. When you give the permission, then only the person can able to edit the document. That means you are allowing some other person, then only the person has the accessibility to do or to modify the things. So if you see, there are 3 types of authorizations or the 3 types of permissions. That is, one is viewer, commenter and editor. Viewer in the sense, if you select viewer, the person has only the capability to view the document. If you click on commenter, the person has only right to comment. If you click on the editor, the person has the ability to edit the document. And just click on send. And the document will be shared. You can see there is a button called share, right? So if you just place the cursor on that particular button, you can see how many persons you have shared the sheet. So this is how you are going to allow the permissions and you are going to share the documents. Okay. So coming to the next one, that is, if you want to open any new document, right? If you just go to the new and just click on the document, new document will be open. Similarly, if you want to open any spreadsheet, presentation, form or anything, you just go to the new and click on the required format. So this is how we are going to open new document. Okay. So and if you want to open to see the folders, you just go to the open and click on the open. And you can see here there are all the folders in the drive, in the documents or something. So you just want to open it. So I just want Google Colab notebooks and select that Colab notebooks and click on open. So Google Colab page will be open. This is how you are going to view or open the documents, isn't it? Yes. So coming to the next one, that is make a copy. You can make a copy of this document. So, and you can save it somewhere. So you can name the copy document. So as this, I was leaving the name here, and I was making copy into the my resumes. That means I was storing this copy of document in the folder my resumes. And you can see there are some permissions, that is share it with the same people, copy, comments and suggestions. Okay, so these are the some of the permissions which helps you for some security purpose. So I am just clicking on the OK. So the Google Documents has been copied to the my drive or to the required destination, right? So click on the file and go to the email. If you want to mail the particular document, you just click on the email this file. Okay, you can see here. So you just want to send that one, that is send to the destination. Select the destination where you want to send the file, select the destination, and you have another option called send yourself a copy. That means you are sending yourself a copy also. So if you want, you can enable that, and if you want to add the message, you can add and you can send. So this is how we are going to email this document. Okay, and coming to the next one, that is download. As all of you know that all the documents has different formats. So we have Microsoft Word, open document format, rich text format or whatnot. So before downloading, in which format you want to download, so click on the download and you can select which copy you want to download. So I was selecting Microsoft Word, and the document has been downloaded. See here, the document has been downloaded. Yeah, this is how we are going to download the document. And you can see you can add the version name. So I was clicking on the version name, that is and you can add the version, that is I'm adding version 0. Save. Okay, this is how we can name the version history. So if you want to see the version history, so go to the version history and click see version history. You can see as we have just added the version name, that is version 0, and who has added that, that is the name of the user, and when it has been added, that is 7th February 5:25 p.m. right? This is how we are going to add the version and see the version history, right? Yes. So coming to the next one, that is we can rename. As I told you, we can rename by clicking on it and by giving on the required one. Okay, so next one, that is move. You can move this particular sheet to any other one, that is, so I was like going to move it for so you are moving it in, I was moving it to resumes. So just wait, I'm moving it to Google Photos. Just click on move. You can move to the document to the, you can see here the document has been moved from resumes to Google Photos. That means I was going to move the documents from one folder to another folder, right? So next menu is that add shortcut. We can add shortcut to the drive, and move to bin is nothing but it is similar to delete one. Okay, document details. And the language, you can select any language actually, English, Hindi, that is required as per the user. And the page setup, that means the dimensions and all. And language, the document details, if you click on the document details, you can see the location, the owner of the document, when it has been modified, by whom it has been modified, also it will be shown, and when it has been created, the date itself. Okay, this is how you can view the details. And the print is nothing but if you want to print the document, you can print. This is how we are going to perform all the functions or the tools or the menus in the file bar, I mean file module. And coming to the edit, you can see there is undo, redo. As I have told you in the previous session, if you click on the undo, it will be showed that, and if you click on the redo, it will show before and after operations, how those gonna be, right? And copy paste, as you know, by for copying, for pasting, and for cutting. So and these are all the basic operations that has been powered by the basics user itself. And if you want to select all, you can click on select all so that it can select all. Okay, and if you click on view, you can see here view. So if you click on the view, you can see print, layout, show ruler, show document. So these are all the normal basic things that used for displaying. Okay, and for the insert, you can see you're able to insert. If you click on the image, you can insert anything like any images. So for example, if you want to insert some photos, go to the photos, select some photo, insert. The photo will be inserted here, right? This is, see, you can see the photo has been inserted. So this is how we can insert the photo. And if you want to insert any table, you can insert. So you can select, see, the table has been inserted. And if you want to select any chart, see, bar chart, I was inserting some chart. See, you can see the chart here. And if you want to insert the horizontal line, you can insert the horizontal line. And if you want to insert some special characters, you can insert the special characters. So this is how we are going to insert different types of charts, tables, drawings, horizontal lines, special characters, or any equation. So this is how we are going to. And the formats. So these are the formats that is we can insert any alignment, text type, and all. And coming to the tools, that means spelling, grammar, word count. Word count, if you click on word count, you can see pages is 1, because page is only 1 and words are 0 and the characters is also 0. So you can see characters excluding spaces also 0, because we don't have any characters on the document, right? So it is showing you those all. And spelling and grammar, if you click on spelling grammar, it will check the give the suggestions if the word is wrong. Okay, and compare the documents, dictionary, and even like if you had voice typing also, right? This is how you are going to do that. And help is nothing but, if you, while coming to all those, if you want to have any help to take from the Google Documents, you can just click on help to find out anything. So I just want to explain, these are all the icons that is present in the toolbar. Okay, so I was writing some data. So as I told you, undo, redo, that means the operations, backward and the forward operations, can be seen by undo and redo options. Okay, and if this is a print option, that is if you want to print the page, you just click on and give the print. Okay, and if you want to check the spelling, you just go and you can check the spelling. The document looks good because the data spelling is correct. And this is paint format, and this is nothing but the zoom. We can zoom how much you want, you can zoom out, zoom in, or something. Okay, I'm just zooming out with 100%, that is visibly. So it is normal text, that I mean, this is a style of the font, whether you want to see it in the normal text or title or subtitle, heading, that is up to the user requirement, you can select. And coming to the next is, that is font. That is when clicking on the font, you can select any. So by select the data and click on the format, you can see the data format has been changed. And next one, that is size, the size of the font. You can just click on the, if you want to increase, you can click on the increase button. Okay, and next one is bold, bold, italic, underline, these are all the formats. So just click on the, if you want to become bold, the characters will become the bold. And if you want to make it italic, you can click on italic. And if you want to make underline, underline, it is very simple one, like for the remembering or to remember the main points, we use as the underline here. Okay, and the next one is color. You can change the text color. You can see I have selected red. And if you want to highlight the color, you can see background has been changed to pink. And if you want to insert something, just click on the insert. And name of the link, and just click on apply. Okay, you can see if you click on that word, and if you do the, what I can say, if you just click on the word, you can able to see the link here, so that the link, if you click on the link will be directed to that page. Okay, and the next one, that is we can insert images from different folders, like from camera, come photos, drive, as I have shown in the inserting of images, charts and all. Okay, and the alignments. So if you want to make alignments, that is, it is also, it's a left alignment. So as it is present in the left alignment, there is no change. If you want to center alignment, see the data or the picture has been, I mean the word has been comes into the center. And if you click on the right, the data has been completed to the right alignment. And if you want to give the numbering, you can just give the numbering. And if you want to give the bullets, click on this, you can see the bullets. Okay, and if you want to clear the format, just clear the format. That means the format has been cleared and the previous format will be displayed. Okay, and you can able to add the comment also. Comment added. So if you click on here with the comment, and the link also visible here. See, you can see by just placing on the cursor here, I was able to view the comment. So this is how we can able to add the comment. And as if you want to edit after the documentation is done, just click on the edit mode and you can write the data. Okay, so this is the working style of the Google Documents, and this is how a Google document works. And now coming to the uses, what are the uses of the Google Documents? So the uses of the Google Documents are mainly we can store the documents, we can create different types of documents, and the user can edit the documents, and even the multiple users can at a time able to work in that same document. Okay, and the main one of the best thing is that Google document have a huge storage space as it is provided by the Google product itself, and we can store larger amount of data, right? So these are the main uses of the Google documents. So this is the end of the session of the Google documents.